Hey guys, welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at home or garage gym needs. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit those buttons below, follow along, make sure you guys are getting that work in, whether you can get to the gyms or you can't get to the gyms. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to contact me and ask those questions. Now, today is Thursday, November 19th here in Cleveland, Ohio. We're a week away from Thanksgiving. Better have those nutrition plans ready to get rolling for nutrition for Thanksgiving through Christmas holiday. That's got to go on the blooper reel, right? I'm too lazy. I'm not going to cut that out. We're just going to roll with it. We got a doozy today, and that doozy is a bunch of 5-minute AMRAPs. 3 of them to be exact. 3 5-minute AMRAPs, 2-minute rest in between. Now, each one of them is going to be its own separate score, and each one of them is going to be the exact same reps and the exact same movements. 5 toe to bar, 10 deadlifts, and 5 power cleans. If you guys, obviously, if you're seeing this here, want to hold on from those deadlift into the power cleans, by all means, that'll make you a lot more efficient, keep you moving pretty well through it. That's going to get harder as you go, though, because each round of the 3 5-minute AMRAPs is going to have a separate and ascending weight to it. The first round is 135 for the guys, 95 for the ladies. The second round is 165 for the guys and 115 for the ladies. And the final round is 185 pounds for the guys, 125 for the ladies. As you can see, it's going to get pretty challenging if you're going to try and hold onto that bar all the way through. Deadlifts should be not a big deal. You guys should be able to crank those out pretty aggressively. Obviously, the possible place we're going to get stuck would be on that toe to bar. If we're fatiguing and blowing apart our hamstrings too much, it's going to be hard to get them to stretch. Get those feet up to the bar every time. Kip, if you guys can. If you can't, then strict is fine. Let's try and be aggressive with that. Feel free to put a little bit of swing in there as long as the equipment you guys have and the support for it is able to handle that. If you're not sure what I'm talking about here on any of this, stick around. I'll go through the movement demonstrations and possible modifications. All right, guys, got a long one for you today with some variation heading in. We're looking at 3 5-minute AMRAPs with 2-minute rest in between. The rep scheme and movements are going to be the same on all the 5-minute AMRAPs, which is going to be 5 toe to bar into 10 deadlifts and 5 power cleans. We are going to start each AMRAP anew, meaning starting over with our first round of 5 toe to bar. The caveat today is that the weight will increase as we move through the 3 AMRAPs. First one is going to be a 135-95 barbell. Second is a 165-115 barbell. And third one is a 185-125 barbell. Feel free to try and connect all your reps right from deadlift to power clean as I'm doing here. That'll keep you pushing through. 5 minutes is not necessarily going to be a lot of time once we get into that heavier weight. Stay tuned for movement modifications. All right, guys, modification time for today's work. 3 movements, so we're looking at 3 different things here. Although really the deadlift and the power clean could pretty much be the same kind of thing if you want to think of it that way. So we have our toe to bar on the first part. If you guys don't have the bar, we're going to go to the ground. We're going to do that tuck crunch or a V-up, hands touch the feet. You can also do a straight-legged sit-up where you're laying legs extended together all the way back to the ground. Come all the way up, shoulders over hips. At the top range of motion, touch the feet in a straight-legged position, assuming we can touch the feet. Now, for the barbell stuff, we're going to modify this just like we would modify any of our other barbell stuff, even if it was a lift, workout, whatever. Deadlifts, if you guys are looking at dumbbells, if you're looking at kettlebells, it's going to be the same kind of thing for a power clean. There's going to be one caveat on the power clean here. So, if we have dumbbells for the deadlifts, right? We're tapping the ground, that's pretty easy. We can tap the ground for the power clean. With 2, we can take it down past the knee for a hang power clean. We can take it into a little bit of a swing for a hang power clean if you want, although I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. The second thing we could do here, if we're only looking at 1 dumbbell, or honestly even 1 kettlebell, they're going to be pretty much the same idea here, because I hold my kettlebell on end or hold my dumbbell on end. I do my reps that way. I can do a single leg rep, or excuse me, a single arm 2-leg rep for the deadlifts. I can also do that suitcase deadlift on one side. And then I can do the same thing, hang power clean inside. Obviously, if it's kettlebell, we might swing it a little bit, come through, or I can tap the ground on both of these. If that's gonna be the case, here's how I want you guys to roll with this. Let's do, meaning single arm stuff. Let's double the deadlift reps, do that number each side. Let's double the power clean reps, or turn them into hang power cleans, whatever, and do that number each side. Assuming that weight's light. If you guys are looking at heavy weights, heavy dumbbells, heavy kettlebells, then we can probably keep the numbers about the same and try and split them up evenly the best we can. Now, plates, we can ball, we can do our deadlifts, right? We can go down, we can touch the ground. We can even do a plate ground to overhead, more of that power snatch in this position as a possible modification, just to keep the plate something a little more we're used to, where you guys aren't trying to fumble around and try not to pop yourself in the chin and the chest, things like that. If you guys are gonna go with a band, here's how I would set this up. These are gonna be very much similar in terms of the movement pattern you guys are gonna follow, but to create some variation there, I'm gonna take that band, put it under the feet. That's gonna be my deadlift. My power clean in this scenario, or my power clean modification, is going to be around the back of the traps. And now we're going into a little bit more aggressive full good morning type position. The other thing you guys can do if you want to mix it up a little bit is modify the power clean with a box jump, or even a kettlebell swing, full swing, anything along those lines will be something that you can adapt that with. So feel free to get a little creative with this, guys. In terms of the rep scheme and the timing that I was looking for, the toe to bar, deadlifts, power cleans should all actually be about the same timing, because those deadlifts should be that much quicker and more aggressive. Now, obviously, as the weight gets heavier and the rounds come through, that power clean is gonna slow down a little bit. The deadlift might as well, but the deadlift isn't necessarily gonna get that much slower than the toe to bar. So as you're going through and positioning these out, keep that in mind. That's really the big thing we're looking for here. If you have a way of increasing the load, maybe increasing a box jump height or something along those lines, then feel free to toss that in as well.